Hello and welcome to Destiny, the Open Door, and our spiritual life teachings. Our sun presence is brightly shining, always out into the world of form. To every one of you, each day, with our prayers and teachings of the spiritual life. This Monday, I pray all of you find the sun presence that is radiating inside of your hearts. Even if your heart may be broken, damaged, or disheartened at this time, I pray that by the end of our programming, that it will be filled with great light, that it fills all the crevices, all the leaks or avenues that seem to be infiltrated by the darkness. Let that which is God's light shine in you, abide in you, permeate in you, so much so that you will be the bright light that shines always in the dark places to touch others that are in the darkness and allow them to come hither to the light and enjoy the sun presence always. Our programming for today consists of the introduction, our prayer invocation, the spiritual guidance and wisdom, the spiritual affirmation, our prayer supplication, and the closing remarks by me. We will be touching on the third ray band of light, and the power of the Holy Christ flame is the flame of adoration. And we can utilize this flame to help us. Where there is darkness, let us shine the flame of love to light the way to a crystal clear understanding in the love of our hearts, and hold the balance of that flame for those that are closest to us, for those that are in our communities, the nation, and the rest of the world, daily to expand the light of our presence over the entire globe in an effort to help the entire planetary body. We have been expanding our light as Destiny, the Open Door, and our spiritual teachings for over 2 to 3 decades now, or more, in this activity of clearing all that needs to be cleared, and the other activities of healing. And so the heavens help us in this cleansing of the planet and all life upon her. And so we thank you all for just viewing and listening to the content of Destiny, the Open Door, and our spiritual life teachings as we begin our spiritual programming. Let us delve deeply into this knowledge and understanding on today. We thank you. and our introduction. On today, we will touch on the divine essence of the third ray band of light in the heavenly realm is the ray of the love, the adoration and the devotion of God. It is the very aspect of consummation of oneness and the application of love in the Holy Spirit. It is the tolerance and the acceptance, the patience and self-control, and the tolerance of love. And so as we go about shining our beautiful essence of love, let us now take a moment to just breathe in the breath of life on today as I go about reading to you this beautiful excerpt that I've actually shortened and summarized, coming out of our Saint Germain volumes of books. Those who may walk and talk with God, I have some encouragement for you. Many centuries in the past, a few individuals were known to have a close, fearless relationship with God, allowing them to experience divine activity in their lives. Today, many more people have the potential to achieve this connection, but they are often held back by fear of what other people may think or any societal judgment they may encounter. Instead of the messenger of truth being burned at the stake, the one who bears false witness or attempts to interfere is the most liable to be scorched by the inner fire, the flame of God. I would like to encourage those individuals today to overcome this fear and openly share their spiritual experiences, especially if you are a truther for Christ and have found your footing to be able to let other folks know that we have been lied to for many centuries. Those who speak the truth and live in God's presence should not fear ridicule, as the true danger lies with those who bear false witness, those individuals who know the truth as light will help the generations into an understanding of said light. Light is love. Light is information. Light is the truth. The messengers of light who embody and share divine wisdom attract those who are ready to receive and benefit from their teachings. I would like to stress the importance of individuals' desire and self-sustaining power and spiritual growth. Each individual must willingly, and willingly is freely, enthusiastically, and happily. Those individuals who are willing and joyously meaning blissfully, jubilantly and cheerfully seek their connection with God, recognizing that divine power resides within you. You are expectant to actively spread your light and positive energy to facilitate the adjustment and improvement of conditions. My mother and father were joyously on a mission for Christ when I was growing up. Instead of the internet and television, instead of the social media platforms to get the word out, what did they do? Each one that they were led to give a tract to, they did. This was a small leaflet or pamphlet talking about Jesus Christ and his mission. They were strong warriors for Christ and spreading the good news. When a few dedicated individuals referred to as the children of light consciously cooperate, they can break through the barriers of human thought, allowing a powerful flow of divine light to manifest. This river of light is constructive and transformative. Unlike a potentially destructive river of water, currently, the destructive forces in times of progress are often the removal of lower, coarser elements, making way for higher spiritual attunement. We must forever be grateful for any movement that is progress and accomplishment for humanity's awakening. It takes all light barriers of truth to continue shedding the light, to continuously keep us progressing as those who have come before us are entering the heavens at warp speed now. Those who are the children of light must be ever vigilant in our calls, our decrees, our affirmations, the prayers and meditations each and every day for all souls now. We project our focus to the Blessed Chohan of the Third Ray, who is the Ascended Master Paul the Venetian. He humbly welcomes all of us to the etheric retreat known to us as the Chateau de Liberté, which is located in the region of southern France. Once we think on these great and mighty beings of the Third Ray, and ask your God presence to connect you to these beings of light, that connection, once completed, will bring you the assistance that you need. The coordination in the heavenly realm is truly amazing to see. As we each think on the heavens, we must be so filled in the love of our hearts to engage in the beautification of its divine sanctuary on the screen of life now. Each one of God's children are ever working towards perfection of the mind, heart, and soul of their own individual body temple. And our prayer invocation for the hour is this. In the name, love, wisdom, and power, and authority, and victory of the mighty beloved I am presence, I call on the law of forgiveness to allow my body elemental and all of my heart center to so forgive all of life that has taught me a lesson in loving myself and loving others who may not have known the best part of me, that in the process of their spitefulness towards me, they were the ones that were going through and loving themselves. When others seem to pick with other people or not like a person, it is because there is something going on with themselves that they see in the other person that could be better. And the focus of being negative is directed at that other person instead of them fixing themselves. Even if there is nothing wrong with them, for whatever the reason, they found within me the light of my true being was shining. The most intense focus of light was always shining, which caused them to exit the room, exit the house in which I lived, exit my life for whatever reason, and I thank the light within for teaching me a lesson in forgiveness. I can forgive others, but not welcome them back in my life. I can forgive others and not welcome them back in my heart. I can forgive others and not welcome them back in my world of form. And so I thank the Christ in me. I bless the Christ in me. I appreciate the Christ within me for the lessons learned in that experience and life lesson of teaching me to grow, teaching me to expand, and teaching me to flourish into the beautiful essence of my divine sonship or my divine daughtership of the Christ now. No longer do I settle for someone or something. I already know my worth. No longer do I accept what they dish out. I already know it's not of the light. No longer do I allow them to impose upon my life with darkness. I already know what to look out for through my presence acting. No longer do I accept what someone else tells me is acceptable. I already know what is acceptable in my present sight. No longer do I allow anyone to suppress me from being the full potential that my presence knows that I am already. I am that I am. I am love. And I invoke the divine spark within me to expand my light and love in all things that I do. For when Christ shines, I shine. For when Christ shines, I shine. For when Christ shines, I shine brightly, expanding my love throughout the whole earth and the universe always. Almighty I am. Almighty I am. Almighty I am. I demand this manifest, manifest, manifest. And all our victory, victory, victory attained right now Almighty I am. Almighty I am. Almighty I am. And the spiritual guidance and wisdom for the hour is this. Today, we will explore a dictation from I Am Discourse by Ascended Master Youth Bob, Discourse 2. Location was New York City, New York, October 17th, 1937. And it's excerpts from instruction by beloved Saint Germain. And Saint Germain says, I wish you to know, beloved ones, what it means to me and blessing to America, where I have worked so long to bring about a condition to save mankind. I want to say today, beloved people of New York, it is here where the great need has been for more than 100 years, and the ever accumulating, ungoverned, destructive activities to mankind. For it is here that the brain of the sinister activity of the world is focused, because from all over the world came the claws of the sinister force, because of the financial center here, because they require money by which to carry out the acts of the sinister force. Therefore, it is here. We at first made such a tremendous stride in the first 2 classes here, and then because mankind listened to, let us call it unhappy gossip, the sinister force drove in and came near to destroying all the possibilities for the protection of your city. Now, do not misunderstand me, as all who have taken notice have observed your blessed city of New York sits in the most dangerous condition because of the earth formation under it, of any city outside of San Francisco. Therefore, dear people, do you wonder that we have called the forces of the universe into assistance to govern the human discord in America? And at this point, so that this protection could be given. If you wish to split a log, you take your wedge and at the very, very fine point, drive it in, do you not? Therefore, in the sinister activity, if they could have accomplished what they intended in the destruction of your city, it would have been the wedge driven in and would have made it very difficult to give the protection of the rest of America for the incoming light. It has only been possible by the release of the great cosmic light, which, of course, you must understand is consciously directed by the great beings from the great central sun, that has made it possible for the protection up to this time to be given your city. I say to you frankly, this could be the most wonderful city in the world. With the protection, would become the most wonderful city in the world. And that is page 19 out of the Ascended Master Youth Bob series. So we see that the spiritual significance of New York City and the challenges it faces due to its status as a financial center, which attracts negative forces, is the key focus for that which is evil. Beloved Saint Germain stresses the importance of unity and harmony among the people of New York to counteract these destructive influences. As of this writing, back in the 1930s, we find today 80 plus years of this degradation happening in this region of New York. He also stressed that the city's protection and potential to become a beacon of light depend on the collective effort of mankind to maintain harmony and avoid discord. Beloved Saint Germain would like for us to have patience and faith in the spiritual laws and guidance provided by the great cosmic light and other higher beings. He would like for the people to stand firm in their commitment to the light and not be swayed by negative influences or criticism. Saint Germain says, do you want to destroy your city by discord? Or do you want to add to the world's burden by any more of your discord when you have said you wish to serve the light? These are vital things, and it is within the individual that these things need to be governed. Then the environment will come into the harmony and perfection that is required for the infinite protection of your city and America. Why do you suppose this great symbol, the goddess of liberty, was placed in your harbor? Because that great power of wisdom brought that symbol here to represent the power and protection of the light. Because this was the greatest focus of the sinister force due to the financial power that was given them by the secret release of money into the hands of those people who thought and felt and breathed only destruction. And that was page 20 for that excerpt. We further see that Saint Germain highlights for us the importance of maintaining harmony and personal responsibility to counteract negative influences and ensure protection. We must be able to assist each one in calmly addressing discord and remind others of the importance of serving the light. Saint Germain let us know about the symbolic significance of the Goddess of Liberty in New York Harbor, representing the power and protection of the light against sinister forces. So many have done a disservice in projecting their spoken word of negativity and their energies of negativity against it. We must shine our light in love of gratitude towards the great cosmic beings and ascended masters for their protection and their assistance. We must reassure those facing financial struggles that they are on the brink of great prosperity. I will repeat that because this is so important. We must reassure those facing financial struggles that they are on the brink of great prosperity. Yes, which will be achieved as humanity harmonizes and balances their frequencies so that the heavens can see and the heavens can hear our soul song. This will allow the presence within each person to align with greater light, which is the source of all necessary supply in maintaining steady, calm, and harmonious feelings will allow this divine power to care for and sustain all of us on this blessed planet. And our spiritual affirmation for the hour is this: I call unto thee, Almighty I Am Presence, thou great central sun, thou heart of infinity. Pour forth thy mighty flame of divine love throughout humanity and the earth. Set the feet of mankind once again securely upon the pathway of light, and anchor their attention forever upon thee, the great love star in the heart of each one. Lift their hearts unto the heights whence cometh all help, and bring them back into the happiness, the freedom, and the perfection which is their birthright. The mighty I Am Presence is within this holy temple. Let all of earth keep silent before that blazing glory, and be at peace, and humble, grateful, loving, adoring obedience unto that supreme source. And our prayer supplication for the hour is this: in the name of the beloved presence of God, I am in me. Great host of ascended masters, mighty legions of light, great angelic hosts, great cosmic beings, and great cosmic light. O beloved, I am presence. Come forth now and be within my being and world right now, this instant and today. Let all of earth keep silent before it and be at peace and humble, grateful, loving, adoring obedience unto that blazing light, our supreme source. Keep us, Almighty I Am Presence, humble before thee, positive to the world, and forever in the service of the ascended host of light, all I am or have or ever hope to be or have is thine, Almighty I am presence. Come forth, come forth, come forth now in the fullness of thy power. Control and hold dominion in this body, this brain and will, this mind and will. Pour forth thy full glory on earth as thou art in heaven. Do thou so illumine me by thy light that there is none of me but all of thee. My mighty I am presence, let me hear thee and see thee and feel thee, and let me hold thy hand. Come walk with me and talk with me. Oh, let me understand, know, and remember all reality, and let me forget all unreality, and know myself as thee and thyself and me, as all of God's great blazing light for all eternity. Mighty I am presence, we charge all our music, our spiritual programming, our prayers, our affirmations, our decrees with Saint Germain, Jesus, Nada, and the directors, ascended masters, consciousness, instantaneous activity, and fulfillment of our every conscious command of the I Am, the supreme source of all light, the blessed Paul the Venetian, and our beautiful heroes and Amora. We thank thee, thou doest always answer our every call, instantly, infinitely, and eternally. Almighty I am, Almighty I am, Almighty I am. And our closing remarks is this: we invoke the light of God into our consciousness, our being and world today, through and by the powerful prayer invocation. We filled our chalice with the light of instruction by guiding you along the pathway of instruction into the third ray of divine light, which instructs us with mastering our I Am presence with daily application of focus on divine love and harmony. Harmony in loving ourselves, harmony in loving our bodies, our soul and spirit, and allowing the great God presence and the great cosmic Christ love to act in our lives. In our spiritual guidance and wisdom, we learned that the spiritual significance of New York City and the challenges it faces due to its status as a financial center, which attracts negative forces, is the key focus for that which is evil. And so, beloved Saint Germain stresses the importance of unity and harmony among the people of New York to counteract these destructive influences. Saint Germain let us know about the symbolic significance of the Goddess of Liberty in New York Harbor, representing the power and protection of the light against sinister forces. So many have done a disservice in projecting their spoken words of negativity and their energies of negativity against it. We must shine our light and shine our love of gratitude towards the great cosmic beings and the ascended masters for their protection and their assistance over every state of union within our Republic of the United States of America. This is Tammy Dennis with Destiny, the Open Door, and our spiritual life teachings, bidding you a good night and a good morning wherever you are in the world at this time. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Sebiot. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord God of hosts. Adonai, dear Destiny, the open door. God bless you all. Namaste. Peace be with you and upon you. Love and light to you all. Almighty I am. Almighty I am. Almighty I am. I am light. 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 Oh. I am light. I am light. Om. Thank you.